Our first guest speaker is Dr. Ime Ekpenyong, and we also have Jomi Ogunfilitimi. But first of all, I'm just gonna say a little bit about Dr. Ime Ekpenyong. Dr. Ime Ekpenyong is an entrepreneur, a healthcare professional, a restaurant owner, this beautiful Kola Restaurant, and also is a part-time professor in management and marketing. Dr. Ime Ekpenyong.
All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming to the Agents of Hope monthly mixer. We appreciate your time. As the beautiful lady introduced me, I am the owner of this beautiful place, Dr. Ime Ekpenyong. Kola Restaurant has been around for the past 4 years, so we thank the Agents of Hope organization for supporting us. I also happen to be a board member that I'm very, very, very proud of. So this has been a great organization doing some great things in our community, and again, can't thank you enough. My primary purpose here is to tell you about my journey, and hopefully along the way inspire some of you to take that leap or make that jump. I'll just tell you just briefly about how I got to this point in life, and then I'll tell you about some of the principles that have helped me get to this point. Went to school back home, like some of you here, home being Nigeria. I'm a second generation immigrant. Born here but raised in Nigeria. Went to high school in Nigeria and then came back and had my bachelor's degree here at the Ohio State University. And my master's degree also in Ohio, and then about 3 years ago, I got my doctorate in organizational management and leadership. Some of the things that have guided me over the past few years, like I said, led me to this point. There are 6 primary principles that have guided me, and they all coincidentally happen to start with the letter P. I'm going to kind of recite them and then use those to kind of talk about my journey to this point. Purpose, perseverance, patience. So purpose, perseverance, patience. I'm starting with those 3 because this idea came to me while I was doing my doctorate. I said, I want to be able to put this together and help folks that are trying to make it in the entrepreneurial environment. My motivation in the entrepreneurial small business space started with my parents. Fortunately, my parents worked hard, and they also own small businesses. So my motivation there was, okay, at some point in life, I want to be able to do this, and also, but take it to the next level and help improve on other people's lives, make it a blessing, to help other folks. And while I was in doing my master's degree, I did a small business course where we created marketing plans and business plans. That was my first real exposure to taking the business from zero, from the planning stage. And what I chose to focus on was the cleaning business. So that was my first business. While I was in school, working at my primary place of employment, we started the business, cleaning homes. I was able to, within a few months, hire an employee. So cleaning homes, going to school, and then working at the same time. I say this because the first item I mentioned was purpose. A lot of people feel like, getting to the purpose means, what are you put on this earth for? Why are you here? Why is your life significant? With my journey and everyone I've spoken with that's successful, one of the things I've noticed, they all understand their life's purpose. And how did they get to that purpose? A lot of people I talk to don't know. Then how do I determine what my purpose is? And I try to kind of funnel that. There are a lot of books, we have some speakers here to talk about purpose, but there are a lot of books, a lot of things you can read about it, but I've kind of zeroed it into 3 different questions. Number 1 is, what do you care the most about? So when you're thinking about your purpose in life, what do you care the most about? Number 2, what are you good at? What do you care the most about, and what are you good at doing? And then thirdly, what impact can you have on the world as a whole? What does the world need? I guess is the best way to put it. So what do you care about, or what do you love, depending on how, that love is a strong word, but it's pretty simple. What do you care about? What are you good at? And how can you impact, your community, and the world as a whole. A lot of people feel like they should just have one purpose. You don't have to. I was able to, using my history and accomplishments, come up with the fact that I just felt like I need to bless people. That's my goal. That's my purpose in life. And to be able to do that, I had to put myself in a position to be able to control my own destiny. That's the only way I felt like I could do that. So I thought the best route to go was through entrepreneurship. I work, I'm in the healthcare field, so that's my primary career. I've been in the healthcare field for 20 years, and just recently, very, very recently, became the CEO of the company that I work with. I went through about 3 or 4 different organizations in the same space, and while I was there, climbed up the corporate ladder. But my ultimate goal was to be able to lead an organization in that space, and just recently got there after 20 years. So, again, putting me in a position where I'm able to bless for people. It doesn't mean people equate success to money and wealth. Yes, you need money to be able to. You need financials to be able to help more, but from a personal standpoint, understanding your purpose in life, it doesn't have to be a financial accomplishment. But if you set goals for yourself, when you get to that goal, you have to be able to compliment and enjoy the accomplishment and then continue to enhance on that objective. The second item I want to talk about is passion. So first of all, like I said, understand your passion. So this is my principle, but again, over the past few years, I've had opportunity to meet very wealthy people, folks that are just starting in the industry, and this items I'm mentioning have aligned with what made them successful. So the second item is passion. You have to have passion about whatever you do in life. If there's no passion there, you're not going to be able to handle or deal with the obstacles. It has to be in your heart. A lot of us, I know a lot of people that are, with significant amount of degrees and have a lot of academic accomplishments, and they kind of navigate through life just, with education, but they've not been able to hit their targets. So that's why it's important for you to look inside and think about anything you get engaged in. If your heart is not in it, it just decreases your chances of success. So when you think about passion, think about your heart. Thirdly, perseverance. So just think about those, I'm trying to lay a foundation here, perseverance. While, to be able to deal with difficult situations, essentially what perseverance is. No matter what the situation is, to be able to live through difficult challenges on the personal level, on the business level, you're going to hit a lot of lows. So your ability to hit that low and then come back up is critical if you understand your purpose in life. If you don't know where you're going, if you don't know what you were put on this earth to do, if you don't understand it, it's hard to deal with those things. You're like, why am I going through this? And then you may take that obstacle as a setback and let the failure prevent you from continuing to try and try and try. You cannot be afraid to try. But to be able to do that, you got to understand your purpose. And you have to be passionate about whatever you get yourself into. So perseverance is critical because you're going to hit lows. No matter what, I've seen, people with a lot of money that have fallen and can't get up. So whether you have money or no money, you have to be able to deal with obstacles in life. The fourth item is patience. So patience, you're going to go through obstacles, but you have to be able to, weather the storm, right? So it could take, you can get into an event. I mean, I've personally, nothing in life, has come easy to me or quickly. In the current business I'm in the healthcare, it takes me 2 to 3 years to close a client. That's just the average. So it requires a significant amount of patience. Everything you can think of in this business, the restaurant business, has happened. All the lows in just 3 or 4 years, we've experienced it. But because, I have a team of folks who are passionate about seeing this place, thrive, we've been able to go through those obstacles, persevere, and keep the business going. So again, just to recap, purpose, passion, perseverance, patience. The other P is people. No, it's more than 5. Sorry. So there's 6 of them, actually. So it's 6 of them. People. People are an essential part of any journey. So on a, again, personal and professional level. So you got to surround yourself with people that have a positive outlook on life. It doesn't mean they're not going to go through things. But being around individuals that are negative and constantly bringing you down is something that we have a hard time, eliminating from our lives. They need to be eliminated. Not decreasing the amount of conversations, because you need positive energy. We go in this dynamic, day and age, political environment, business environment, we need to have folks in our lives that help us progress individually. If there's someone in your life that's holding you back, you have that conversation with them and let them know to stay in your life, they have to make progress. They cannot continue to be negative every time you have a conversation. That's critical for you to succeed. And then last but not least, prayer. Okay, I'm a Christian, not necessarily the most spiritual person in the world, but I talk to God every day. And I'm still in the process of learning how to pray better. But you have to also understand that there's a power greater than you that's helped you get from A to Z. That helps you with the humility portion of your life, because a lot of us have a hard time being humble, so it helps you with the humility portion of your life, is understanding that there is a power, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or whatever other religion is out there. You got to understand there's a power greater than you, and you have to acknowledge that power to help you through situations that you can't even explain. So that's where that comes into play. For me personally, the thing that I pray for the most, because of my situation, is wisdom. Every day I have to make 10 to 20 decisions, I kid you not. In every business endeavor that I work with, at home, business. So what I pray for the most is just God to give me the strength and the ability to make sound judgment calls. And that's essentially what wisdom is. To prevent, you're going to make mistakes, right? But if you've done everything you can do, including, prayer, that will again increase your chances of success. So in summary, those are again, like I said, I started out with 3 P's, about 3 years ago or 4 years ago when I finished my degree. But every year I've learned, I've added a few items. And I did the P's because, again, I'm a marketing professional. So I like the fact that it rhymes. But again, I was able to tie everything into those items. Purpose, understand your purpose in life. Again, these are items that will help you increase your chance of success. 2, passion. Anything you get involved in, make sure there's passion. Make sure your heart is in it. You don't have to ever make every decision with your heart, but 90% of your heart has to be in that thing, or you'll be wasting your money, your time, your family's life, or so on. Patience. If you're passionate about something, prepare to go the distance, right? Prepare to go the distance if you're passionate about something. That's always going to be an issue, is how long do you wait? But if you feel strongly about it, prepare to go that distance. Number 4, perseverance. You're going to go that distance, but you're going to be a lot of highs and a lot of lows, right? So you're going to go up and down. One day you're going to come in and the hot water is not working, so you're going to come in, plumbing issues, go to work, going to wake up, one of your kids is sick. It's always going to be something, ups and downs. But if you're passionate about your family, you're going to go through those struggles with them all day, all right? And then people, you got to surround yourself with good people. They don't have to have the same vision that you do. They don't have to have the same goals, objectives, but they have to have a positive outlook on life. So no matter what they go through, you can talk to them and they'll give it, they'll give you open and honest feedback. And then lastly, prayer. Like I said, no matter what, faith you belong to, you have to acknowledge the fact that there is a power greater than you, because you're going to be sitting, a lot of times you'll be sitting in your office by yourself, and you've done everything you can do. You're passionate about the job. You've persevered. You've been patient. I mean, you've done everything. Only thing you can do at that point is talk to that power, and that will help you get through some of those things. So that in summary, are some of the principles that have helped got me to this place, this point in life. And I still have a lot more to go, but I'm hoping that that helped inspire at least one or two people, to take that jump, and get into something that you really strongly believe in. Thank you for coming out. God bless you.